How you doing today? Good. Got a question for you. Is that your billboard over there?
Yeah.
I was wondering, I noticed on one side you were talking about Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
I was interested in where that information came from.
History.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, was there a text or something in there? A document, a book or something?
It's in all the history books.
Okay.
Just look it up, yeah.
Okay. Because I found it interesting that they said that his slaves loved him and they called him dead. And I think what actually...
They did love him, actually. I don't know if they actually call him Dad. That's sort of a joke.
Okay. All right.
But, yeah, they did love him. Just like George Washington had 90 slaves.
Right.
And they liked him pretty much, too.
Right.
But
well, see...
It's a different time.
Sure, right. And you know, I guess my information, my knowledge that I study, like I study Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. Yosef Ben Yakana. Are you familiar with any of those scholars? Dr. Ivan Van Sertim, I would suggest researching them. Based on my understanding, those Africans that were enslaved, if they did love them, it was because they were victimized, psychologically, spiritually.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was like I said, it's a different time.
Sure, right, yes.
And yeah, even George Washington. I mean, you know, here he's the founder of the country, right?
Right.
And you know, he was holding slaves, and I mean, from time to time, he was a strict disciplinarian, George Washington. So if they were out of line, he gave his overseer the authority to, you know, tie him to the post and whip him.
Right.
And I mean, back then that was kind of lenient.
Yes.
It was kind of lenient because of the times.
Yes.
But you know, that's the whole deal. It's
right.
a whole different age. Right. And we put that up only because a lot of people don't think about the founding fathers and so on as being bad. But in slavery, they were bad.
Right.
You know, they founded the country on the principles of freedom. Right. And yet they were big slave owners. Right. Big wealthy plantation farmers. You know?
Okay. And that was your reason for putting it out?
July 4th. You know.
Okay. For patriotism, right?
Yeah. Okay. Think about it. You know.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know much about the Moors?
About what?
The Moors.
The Moors.
Yeah. The M-O-O-R-S.
Yeah.
Okay, I would even suggest, like, since we're in a patriotic time right now, some good information also to put out there, maybe if not this year or next year, would be information about the Moors. They were also people, we talk about the founding fathers, but the Moors were the people who built America in terms of like the buildings and a lot of different things like that. Like, what's the man's name? Benjamin Banneker, who was also a Moor.
A Moor,
yes.
M-O-O-R-S.
Yes, the Moors. And the Moors, oh yeah, you got to research that. The Moors were also like a lot of the castles in Europe and a lot of the big buildings in Spain and also Portugal, Italy, and even England. The Moors designed and built a lot of those buildings. You know, so since we're in a time of patriotism, a lot of people need to know about the Moors. They made a big impact on the society.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Check it out.
Sure, yeah, and when you look,
you know, Thomas Jefferson, he had a mistress.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Right, exactly.
Sally Hemings.
What's that?
Sally Hemmings.
Right. Sally Hemings. He actually had children.
Right, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we're history people.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even think about it, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just,
you're right about that. And I'm glad you put that out because more people need to realize the history of the United States.
I'll piss off a lot of people.
I know you will, yeah.
But,
and that's like another thing that a lot of people have a difficult time coming to grips with is the fact that he was a rapist. You know, Thomas Jefferson, he was a child molester, he was a rapist, a lot of the different things.
Fathers, I mean, they're human.
Right, exactly.
And we put them up on these pedestals, but you know what? They're human.
You're right about that, yes.
They made mistakes and they did things wrong.
Right. You're right about that.
People need to think about it.
They do. You're right about that.
I put it up there.
Okay,
so
all right. And when you check out Moors, look that up. A lot of really good information. Moor actually means black. That's what it means, essentially. If you look at Professor Small. Okay, right. He talked about and Othello was a Moor. Right. So that's and that's where that history's from. But check that out. You'll get a lot of good information. And maybe next 4th of July you'll have some information about the Moors.
Maybe sooner.
Okay, maybe.